The Indiana Fever select Raven Johnson.
The moment the pick was announced, everything got quiet. Raven Johnson to the Indiana Fever. And just like that, the entire conversation changed. At first, it didn't feel right. Not the perfect fit. Not what people expected. Even I paused and thought, wait, really? But sometimes the moves that confuse you the most end up making the biggest impact. So today, we're flipping the script. Because this might not be a mistake, this might be a setup, a dangerous one. Let's talk about what Raven Johnson really brings to the Indiana Fever and why playing alongside Caitlin Clark could change everything. Here's the truth. Raven Johnson is not coming in as a superstar scorer. She's not dropping 30 a night. That's not her game. But what she does bring is something every championship team needs. Defense. Real defense. The kind that frustrates stars. The kind that wins games when shots aren't falling. And if you watched her at South Carolina, you already know she can lock people up. There was a moment when she was switched on to Caitlin Clark, one of the most unstoppable players in college basketball. And for stretches, she slowed her down, held her uncomfortable, made her work for every shot. That's not normal. That's rare. Now imagine this. Caitlin Clark running the offense, drawing double teams, pulling defenders from everywhere. And behind her, Raven Johnson. Fresh legs, locked in, ready to shut down the other team's best guard. That's not just depth, that's balance, that's strategy. But let's be real for a second. This roster still has questions. Size is a concern. Length is a concern. The Fever are still a guard-heavy team, and Raven Johnson isn't fixing that overnight. But here's where it gets interesting. The Fever already made small ball work last season. Somehow, against bigger teams, stronger teams, they still competed. So maybe, just maybe, they're not trying to get bigger. They're trying to get faster, smarter, tougher. And Raven fits that identity perfectly. She's not just a defender, she's a winner. A player who understands her role. A player who doesn't need the spotlight, but shows up when it matters. And that matters more than people think. Now here's the twist nobody is talking about. This pick might not be about today. It might be about next year or the year after, because the Fever are quietly preparing for something bigger. Contracts are short, money is tight, big decisions are coming. And when those changes hit, Raven Johnson could go from bench piece to key piece overnight. Think about it. If the roster shifts, if roles change, if stars move, who steps in? Who already understands the system? Who already built chemistry with Caitlin Clark? Raven Johnson. And speaking of Caitlin, let's not ignore the biggest factor here. She makes everyone better. We've seen it before. Players shoot better, move better, think faster. Because when Caitlin has the ball, everything opens up. So even if Raven's offense isn't elite right now, playing next to Caitlin could unlock a whole new level. More open shots, more confident, more growth. And Raven already has the mindset. She said it herself. She wants to defend. She wants to win. She'll do whatever it takes. No ego, no excuses, just work. So yeah, this pick wasn't flashy. It didn't break the internet. But it might quietly fix something the Fever needed. Defense, energy, tough, and maybe that's the real story here. Not a perfect fit, but a necessary one. Because championships aren't built with just stars. They're built with players like Raven Johnson, the ones who do the dirty work. The ones who change the game without needing the ball. The ones you don't notice until it's too late. So next time you see her check into the game, watch closely. Because what looks like a small move today might be the reason this team wins tomorrow.